You are late. Where have you been? Don't you know I have to go to yoga in like an hour? We have to get through this book review. I've got 4 more books. 3 of them were audiobooks. Whoa, I discovered audiobooks again. It's been nice. Anyways, we're gonna start with the one that's not an audiobook. The Historian by Elizabeth Kostova. I read this with the Big Book Project, which, if you don't know what that is, it's like a online little book club thing run by a bookstore, and they talk about and read big books. And it's been nice to read stuff that I wouldn't normally read, like this one. This is about a young woman who finds an ancient book and a stash of mysterious letters from her father, and she gets sent on a hunt for Vlad the Impaler, or Dracula. And the story kind of jumps back and forth between our narrator's point of view and then her father and then her father's mentor's point of view, so there's kind of like 3 converging storylines happening all at once. And the majority of this book is researching. They are going to castles, they're going to monasteries, they're going to libraries, and they're finding documents, and the document leads them to another castle, monastery, library, where they find another document, and they go to another castle. You get the point, which I enjoyed. I thought that was fun. It feels like the first quarter of every Indiana Jones movie, you know, where they're like finding the mystery and going to research and going to all of these sites. That's what this entire book feels like, which I like, but I can see where if you like action, if you need a little more plot, actiony things happening, you might not love this, but I thought it was really fun. Once again, it's a big book. It's 615-ish plus pages. I think it reads fast without getting spoilery. I liked the ending. I can see how for some people the ending undercuts a lot of the book, but I think if you read this and you keep in mind that it's almost kind of like a historiography of evil, if that's the right term, like Dracula, Vlad the Impaler is kind of a stand-in for evil, and then these historians are studying the evil, and it's about how does studying evil affect you? How should you approach it? What's the correct way to do that? It's the history of evil. So I like this. I think this is for a very specific person, and that person just so happened to be me. But again, if you like research, if you like old documents, if you like libraries, monasteries, then I think you will like this. If you like heavy action-driven stuff, maybe it's not for you. It was 5 stars for me, but again, I really like books that encompass like an idea more so than things that are super plot heavy, super plot driven, if that makes sense. Keep all that in mind. If this sounds like something you would vibe with, I think you should read it. If not, maybe skip over it for something else. Next, we're going to talk about You Deserve to Know by Aggie, Blum, Thompson. Okay, this book follows Gwen, Amy, and Lisa. They're all neighbors in this like suburb of DC, and they have this nice, tight, close little friendship, but then Gwen's husband is murdered. Whoa. And it sends them on this like hunt, and there's a lot of discovering that people are not who you really think they are. It's a very suburban mystery. There's a lot of like, we're going to your house. There's even the like borrowing sugar trope, like I'm just here to borrow some sugar from you. So it's very like, dare I say domestic, I guess, but like suburban-y. So if you like that, I think you will like this. It's nothing groundbreaking. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I liked it. I liked the plot. It did some things that were different, so it wasn't super predictable, but it was a mystery thriller, right? Like, you know the formula, but I like some of the choices that were made. It's a mystery thriller book.
What book is that you're reading?
It's my phone. It's not a book, it's a phone. I would turn it around and show you the inside, but my credit card's in there. The ending. Again, I don't want to spoil it, don't want to get too spoilery, but the ending kind of flips the entire book on its head and makes you think about it in a way you haven't been thinking about it the whole time, and it kind of made me enjoy it a little less, if we're being honest. It was like, okay, thank you for that epilogue that, I don't know, did nothing and also did everything and changed the entire plot. I don't know, didn't live the ending a lot, but this was 4 stars. It was fun. I listened to it on audio, which I think it makes it go by fast. Someone is just telling you a little story. It was enjoyable. If you just want something predictable with a little twist, does some things that are different, okay, then I think this is fun, and you should pick it up. Next up, I listened to Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This book follows Dana. She's a black woman in the 1970s, and she gets transported back in time to 1820s Maryland, specifically to a plantation where she becomes enslaved. The book is focused on her relations with her ancestors, and so how she interacts with them. She is kind of experiencing and trying to make sense of now having to be enslaved in this time, while also kind of getting plopped back and forth into her time. This book is really good. I've never read any Octavia Butler before, just because I haven't gotten around to it, but this was 5 stars for me. I really, really enjoyed it. I really liked the character of Dana in a way that I haven't liked a book character in a long time. She was really smart and really relatable in a lot of ways, and I think her decisions all like made sense. Sometimes you get a book and you're like, I can like see the author typing this on their computer and making the character decide this so that the plot keeps moving forward. But with Dana, she felt like a real character. It was just nice. It was kind of refreshing.
So she was smart and therefore relevant. Because you're smart.
Okay, look, I see how that sounded. I heard that too, but I wasn't going to go back and fix it. No, that's not what I meant, I promise.
She's such a genius, which, I mean, I really relate to that. Like, she's so smart and cool, and, I mean, that's just how I feel all the time.
That's not what I meant. Not what I meant, I swear, but it is true. What? No. I also think this book does a really great job teaching you about slavery, teaching you about the lives of the enslaved without sounding too much like it's trying to inform you. And you're also learning at the same time as Dana, which I think helps, and that's why it feels so natural. I know, at least like the back of the book and in some of the descriptions, they say that it's like some of the first science fiction, or that she at least was one of the first like Black female science fiction authors. Cool fact. I guess fact check me. I feel like I'm getting conflicting answers on that. But no, this is great. I don't read a lot of time travel science fiction. I don't know that I've ever read a Magic Tree House. But this was really fun. It was done really well. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say more because I don't want to spoil it. I do think this is one of those books that you should go in with like as little knowledge as possible, but very easy 5 out of 5 for me. I think if I have to make a prediction, I think it's probably going to be in my top 5 for the end of the year. It was that good. I really liked it. The audiobook was also great. You should read it. Next. Our last book, The Missing Half by Ashley Flowers. I listened to this on audio too. It was a real great month for audiobooks for me, I guess. This is about 2 women who try to team up and solve their sister's disappearance. Both of their sisters went missing on the same night, like 20-ish years ago, and so they meet up 20 years later and they team up and they're going to solve this mystery together. That's what the description says, and that's true, but I will say most of this book is about one of those women whose name is Nick, and she's kind of at a real down on her luck time of her life, and she's working at this arcade, or this like family entertainment center run by her family friend, and she has to ride her bike everywhere because she has like a DUI or something. They took her driver's license away. So that's your main character. Again, solid, great, mystery thriller, missing woman, missing sister trope. It was enjoyable. It did not break any, it was not life-changing, but it was enjoyable. I did not know Ashley Flowers is one of the hosts of the Crime Junkie podcast, which I know is like one of the big true crime podcasts, but I don't listen to it, but I didn't know that until I picked this book up. Okay, if you want something that's quick, it's entertaining. I listened to this over the course of like 2 days, so it's not a long listen. It's entertaining. It hits all the right punches. It packs all the right punches. It's solid. This is another one where the ending, maybe this is just common in a lot of these, where like they try to throw in some twist or like to make it unpredictable, but then for me it ends up like it's crazy enough that it just throws the rest of the book off and feels kind of silly, and that's also kind of how I felt here. I was, instead of a like, what? It was more of a like, what reaction? Like, what are we, okay, I guess? I don't know if that influences your decision, but it influenced mine. So yeah, solid 4 stars. Again, if you want a nice mystery thriller, I would pick it up. In terms of which one I enjoyed more, this or You Deserve to Know, I think I enjoyed The Missing Half a little more, but they were both pretty equal for me. If you know of any mystery thrillers that are really great, like what is your 5-star mystery thriller read? I want you to tell me in the comments, because I read so many of them and they're like, yeah, that's fine. That's it hit all the right notes, but not many like blow my socks off, you know? So if you have any mystery thrillers that you are like, this was life-changing, or like, this is the best mystery thriller I've ever read, tell me in the comments. I'm begging you. Those were 4 more books I read. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You're here. If you made it this far, what are you even doing? It takes 5 seconds. Let's go, people. I'm kidding. That was a little too harsh, you know? I'm just glad you're here to hang out. Okay, this week I am watching the Fallout TV show. We're on season 2. We've got like, I don't know, most of the season left, I think. It's been really fun. It's really good. Dare I say one of the best adaptations of something I've seen in a while. I just started playing the game, Fallout 4, like a month or so ago, so it's a really fun experience. I'm listening to There There by Tommy Orange. I'm liking it so far. The beginning, a little rough, for me at least, but it's picking up. I'm getting into it. I'll let you know how that is next week. That was terrible. It was a terrible experience. This week, I'm reading the autobiography of Theodore Roosevelt. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's enjoyable. I'm liking it. I have a lot of tabs on, so I guess that's a good sign. I'll update you on this one too. Okay, that's all from me, but I think maybe we should check in with Tiny Zendaya before we go. Tiny Zendaya's reading The Second Summer of the Sisterhood. You know, I don't think we can wear the same pants, Tiny Zendaya.